So these are called Italian ricotta cookies, and these are my to-go-to when I want to bring a cookie. They freeze like a gazillion bucks. I mean, you can eat them 6 months later and they taste just wonderful. And so what I'm going to do is they call for butter, and of course you guys know it's always Land O'Lakes. I can't wait for this to go on sale so I can buy 40 pounds of it. 40 pounds of it I used in 6 months down in Arizona. 40 pounds of butter. I do a lot of baking down there, but there's a lot of people that, hey, thanks for your follow. Chobus. Okay, moving right along. And we get rated on a weekly basis. Somebody will come to the door and go, I know you got cupcakes in there. I know you got cupcakes. It's funny. All right, so we're gonna have Sylvia do the butter. Sylvia's a good girl. She's all over Simply fondling her that one night. He was loving on her a little bit more than a person oughta. Yes, and I hope everybody's having a, hey Sister Iris, hope everybody's having a great day. Yay, yay. I had so much fun making gifts for you guys. Isn't it cool that I figured out how to put it on a screen so you can actually see kind of what I'm doing? Maybe at some point we'll even be able to digitize, although that typically takes quite a long time. Okay, so it calls for ½ pound of butter, which is 2 sticks. And then it calls for 2 cups of sugar. I'm gonna dump that right in there. And then when I put it in the fan, I don't care when the recipe calls for it, I always put in the vanilla. And it calls for just a teaspoon. Yeah, hot boogie, it's kind of fun to watch. I mean, this is really, I love embroidery. I mean, if you ever want to pick up a hobby, and I have a men's group that I teach down in Arizona, and actually they're a lot more fun. And funny enough, they are more careful with the machine than the women are. You think the guys would be slamming that thing around, and they're so careful. It's wild. And they do beautiful work. You know, one of them came in, could you do this Jeep design? I love Jeeps. You got it. You know, having the ability to kind of, you know, you can copy a design, but you can't sell it. Like I can make the Jeep logo, but I can't sell it. I can do Disney, but I can't sell it. Now you can gift things, but you cannot sell them. So there's rules that you have to follow if you embroider, because it's not fair. Okay, so we got Sylvia working here, and then we're gonna put in, I already did this earlier for you guys, and this is the zest. Oh man, don't you love the smell of orange? This is the zest of 1 orange. I'm gonna preheat the oven. I have smoked 9 pounds of bacon this week. Candy bacon. Hello there, Hungry Cola TV. Got that one right. Hey you guys, how about that? Oh man, does that smell good. Okay. All right, so then we've got some dry ingredients, plus we have our ricotta, and we'll go ahead and throw the ricotta in. It costs for a full pound of ricotta cheese. And for the, like I said, ricotta is the used in a lot of Italian dishes, stuffed shells and lasagna. Go in there. Ta-da! All right, and I'm gonna scrape it down. You know, you guys gotta scrape down the side because you don't want ookie. You want it nice and mixed. All right, so we've got the butter, sugar, the ricotta, the eggs, the vanilla, the orange. So now we're going to do 4½ cups of flour. And let's measure out, what do we need? We need 1 of baking powder, 1 of baking soda, a teaspoon. Mix your dry ingredients with your wet ingredients. They're all dry together, and then so that you don't taste a mound of salt or something. That's why we do that. A teaspoon of everything, ½ a teaspoon of salt. All right, I'm gonna measure this over this over here, I don't like to put too much salt in because you've ruined it. If you put too much salt in, it's no good. And then mix everything together. Once you get your salt and your baking soda and your baking powder, mix it in there. So they all make friends. And then dump it in. Scrape all this off.
Oh wait, is this the cookies I'm thinking of there?
Do you want the beater?
I'll take a spoonful.
Get all this off. There we go. And this recipe is already on Discard because we made this earlier. So I always use parchment paper, and these, I have a ton of the really good, I think I have a dozen of these. I have a ton of these huge, really heavy, really nice cookie sheets. I hate them. I found out when I had to make 750 cookies for a graduation party this big that I'd still be baking them. I love these, are from Hy-Vee. You can get them from the dollar store, but they're real flimsy, but they're still doable. That's the ones I have in Arizona from the dollar store. The thing about them, they're so lightweight that I can get 6 sheets of cookies in at one time as opposed to just 3 with the bigger sheets. And they cool so quickly because they're so thin. But if you have to bake quantities, these, and then if they ever get too bent up, you just throw them away. I think these were like 2 for, I want to say like $3.99 or $4.99 at Hy-Vee, and they're slick the way they work. Okay, so we're going to, let me see where you can, let me get where you can watch. Put these back over here. Okay. And these are going to puff up kind of nice. These taste very similar to my rollout cookies, except you don't have to roll them out.
Oh, the rating for the cookies, the dough? It's an 8.
Only an 8? What would have given it a 9?
I don't have a reason why I should not give it a 9.
Well, then give it a 9.
I'll give the cookies a 9. The dough's an 8.
Now what I think we'll do is there we go. Everything's in there. And let's see, what do they want to bake for? About 10 minutes. So I'm going to put 8 on the timer. I don't like anything overcooked. How are we looking at for time? I'm going to give these, I'm going to spin these around. They don't look quite done. So I'm going to just spin them around. They're beauteous though. I just want just a tiny bit of brown around them. No, beans, don't get close to the oven, dear. I don't want a hot dog. Oh man, do these look good.
Hey, no.
I think 2 more minutes. Okay. Yep, that one's ready. Okay, yep, they're ready. Just a tiny bit of brown around the edges. And yum in the tums. They rise nice. They're just a nice size for a cookie. Look. See, I mean, they're just perfect. Don't they smell wonderful?
Yes, I'm gonna have to have one right now.
No, wait for the frosting.
No,
Okay.
I don't like
All right, Red Bits, I'm going to put you on the spot.